Yo, what's going on? Kemo the Blaxican, DJ Invincible. We represented for Delinquent Habits, and you're watching In Their Views with our girl, Vanchella.
Delinquent Habits.
Yo, check. Mic check. Testing.
It's a little bit louder than me. Здравейте, аз съм Vanchella, до мен са Delinquent Habits, които за пореден път са в София, България и ще се забавляваме тази вечер супер яко с тях. So guys, how do you feel again in Bulgaria?
Phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, it's great to be back. It's, my memories of this particular spot in particular are excellent. So,
Good.
Bulgaria is a great place. The last one here was phenomenal.
Yeah.
I mean, Invincible might have something different.
No, that is one to point out. I think even like the last tour we did, that was like 30 shows across Europe, and the show in here that was nuts. That was one of the best we played in the whole year. Yeah.
And I remember, and this is a very, how should I say, it's a highly talked about venue. You know what I mean? People know about this spot, and so
Absolutely.
I remember that when we were coming here, it was honorable for us to be here, to perform here. So it's good to be back. So I guess we did pretty well to be back again.
Tell me more about your last album. It could be round 2. You actually work with one Bulgarian producer, DJ Rawland, for 17th Flow.
On that 70s flow?
Yeah, it was actually I met up with Rawland like years ago, so he kind of brought that production. And he had, I think that song was like in the catalog of the things we marinated with for quite a while, and he came up with that one beat, and he made it on the record. And it's a fast forward banger song.
Yes.
That's the process of music making, right? Like you have a catalog, you have a lot of stuff in the pot. It's like cooking up a nice meal.
Сега ще чуем един коментар от Роланд, който е тук до мен. Разкажеш за песента, в която всъщност ти предоставяш като инструментал на Delinquent.
Да, прочето също бит първоначално нямаше име, те кръстиха само с Flow. Истината, че толкова давно го бях платил този бит, че дори вече го нямах. Самата машина, самият компютър, който беше правен бита, не съществува вече. Така че още в момента, който му включих за този бит, трябваше да го направя наново, в което се включиха Евден Димитров на бас, Трон Боби записа брасове отгоре и беше много приятно да се върка нещо, което съм правил при толкова време и си остана така незавършено и просто заживява благодарение на Delinquent Habits.
Also California, collaboration with Sandok from Cypress Hill. Can you tell me a little bit story behind that track? It's a phenomenal track. It was like the pilot track from the album.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the production, Mr. Invincible.
The production, that's also a song that started like long time ago, because I think in 2011 when I did the first show with Ives, I kicked that beat in as a freestyle beat. It was like, it's insane. Oh shit, what's that? Yeah, I was like, that's just a beat. And like after that, like kind of turned into like what it is now. Yeah,
that's exactly what I was saying. It started a long time ago, but it hung around until it was meant to be. You can have production sometimes for years and the words don't come, but you know that it's a solid beat. So then you hang on to it, and at the right moment, the right lyrics will come to the song, and then the song becomes what it is. But that was a great opportunity for us to all get back together again. You know, we collaborated with Sino before in the past. So he's been on previous records. We have a close relationship with Sin. You know, he was very instrumental in helping us out early on in our career. And, you know, also not having dropped the record in some time, that was a great getting our reintroduction to the scene again with a brand new song, released with an album. In California was a good lead off record. It was just perfect.
Complete from what I remember. We had like 3 verses on there. Everything was done. And from what I remember, Sendog was like, "Whoa, shit, that's dope. I want to be on there." So he wrote, and we had like to take lyrics that were already on the song off to like give him some space in there.
Yeah, we rearranged it. Exactly right. That's right. Yeah.
Days is hot, nights get hotter. Fathers better watch your daughters. Days get longer.
You know, nowadays hip hop. What do you think about that?
I mean, for me, I think it always has to come with lyrical content first. I think that's extremely important in hip-hop, and from my perspective, it has to be the number one, the base. What you're coming with, what you're saying, what you mean, that's number one. So from that perspective, you talk about how we managed to keep that the same. I think that we've never deviated from that. We've always made lyrics very important and the content very important. At the same time, I think when you know who you are as a group and you're not trying to follow a trend and try to do what's happening now because it seems like that's the new thing, then it's very easy to stay on track. You stay true to your roots. You understand the elements of what our foundation is. You understand that. And I think on the production tip as well. I mean, there's no, how do you manage to do something that's still you but sounds modern? That's the trick. And with the production, that he was able to do that. And I think we did that throughout the whole record. The production on the record speaks that way. It's Delinquent habits like you know it, but it also sounds like it's supposed to sound today.
Yeah.
That's what you say. You gotta evolve, but you gotta stay true to yourself. And it's not a business case. It's still art. You gotta focus on that. And what you said is mostly like the main difference. I think you said that's the basic thing in hip hop is the lyrics and the beats, like those things, and put that together right. And when it comes to that whole auto-tune thing, I wouldn't say it's bullshit. It's art, but it's not about hip hop. It's not about the culture.
It also, it's very true. There is phenomenal material out there now too. You can't say that there isn't good music out there. It exists. So now it's just you have to do your research, excavate, and discover what it is that's good to you personally too.
Yeah.
Right?
It's
you and I may not
subjective.
like the same music, but I know there's quality music out there. You just have to find it. And you can't always rely on, of course, mainstream and commercial radio. It's not really intended to bring you the best music. It's giving you music that sounds good and it's very attractive and it can grow on you right away, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's the best music.
Yeah. Let's go.
Okay, do you work on some new project now? Can we expect new releases soon from you?
You have anything in store?
Yeah, you have anything in
You want to
store?
talk about that? Is it too early to talk about
That's a
it?
good question. So there's stuff on its way, but
Yeah, just
yeah,
a little hint.
probably faster than people believe it's gonna come.
Really, I can't wait. Maybe
That's all we're gonna say now, but we're very active right now.
What inspires you for your lyrics lately, and do you write something now?
I find inspiration in everything. In everything, everyday life is my inspiration. My struggles, my good moments, my bad moments, my family, my life. Being on the road, things that we see. Every bit of life is an inspiring moment.
Behind music, what do you like? What are your hobbies?
Man, I like a lot of things, but I particularly like art. I'm a really I'm a big art fan. I couldn't tell you a whole bunch of different artists, but in my home, there's art all around.
Do you have something like, besides music, some hobbies, something like you really enjoy to do?
Like way too many things. I think that's the thing. I'm like a typical collector or everything. I'm super interested in the details, how are things done, and it's from traveling, taking pictures. I just been on a long trip, doing work a lot with my camera and stuff. And then I come home and I try to learn everything about coffee and barista stuff. And then I have a lot of drinks collected at home, so a lot of whiskeys and all that kind of stuff. But it's more about collecting and learning about the stuff than just using it or whatever.
So you both told me that you like to drink, and on your parties, I have been in your parties every fucking time. Well, I think I'm saying when I was you always give the audience tequila. The party is fucking awesome. I love it. Everybody jumps and dances, and it's like a real personal thing between you and the audience. It's not you just came up, sing your songs. You have that connection with them, and you always give some tequila, and we love it. But you ever tried some Bulgarian drink, somebody?
Traditional Bulgarian drink, like your tequila here in Bulgaria?
Yeah, our tequila, yes. Now, would you like to try that?
What often happens is You're on stage and
That's all we're doing.
yeah, right. Really, they kind of force you.
Somebody says, "Here, drink it out of this water bottle." Like, we made it at home.
like, all right, what is that? Yeah, like
All
those
those
people
ridiculous,
just like,
So,
It's good party in the party, like give you vibes because your music guys make me dance, make everybody dance. That's we'll try it now. Some Bulgarian edition of Rakia. What's the name of it? This is a little bit. It stays in I don't know how it's the name of barrels. It's in barrels, maybe really nice. That's cool. So, and till we open it, I want to share with you guys because the 1st of March we give ourselves these things. It's for health. It's a very old tradition. So I want to wish you to be healthy,
thank you.
to be inspired.
Sounds amazing. Thank you.
I take one for you. He's not here, so we'll give to him with my best regards to him. Is he still making up the rules? Yeah. Very talented tattoo artist, yes. You have that studio in LA, right?
the studio in LA, he doesn't have a studio in LA anymore, but he's still in good private sessions.
Really?
So if anybody needs something, how to get in touch with them.
What is it made of? Did you
It's made from grapes.
Oh, great.
It's in bars, so it's kind of weird. So enjoy, cheers, and welcome back in Sofia. Salud! Salud! Para salud!